Hey guys, hope you've had a good week and have enjoyed the weekend. Have some decent weather coming up this week, it looks like, so maybe some more opportunities to get outside. And I'm looking forward to that. All right, so several things. Number one, I'm sure that you heard either um, the press conference on Friday or from Dr. Stone, our superintendent, that indeed Governor Abbott has closed schools through the remainder of the 2019-20 school year. So I'll be honest, kind of makes my little teacher heart break a little bit because I was really hoping that maybe sometime in May we would be able to come back together, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. So here we are. But anyway, so here are our instructions for the week of April the 20th. And let me go ahead and share my screen with you so you can see what's going on. So I'm here on, let's see, 5th period, college transition. And right now I'm just on the stream page, which is always just a hot mess. So I'm going to pop over here to classwork. And every week you're going to start with the calendar. Okay, at least in my class, you're going to go to the calendar first, and that will have kind of all the assignments for the week. It'll have suggested pacing. That way nothing gets lost. Okay, if there's something under a different heading or category in Google Classroom, then you'll see it here on the calendar. All right, so I'm going to go down here to the week of the 20th. And again, my office hours are linked up here because of some of the security changes in, not Google Classroom, in Zoom. I've had to kind of relink these on here, but the links should be good. And just make sure you have the password, and they are case sensitive passwords if you do need to pop on and ask me a question or I need some help with something. Also, they are different links. So if you're needing to pop on in the afternoon, then make sure you use the appropriate link. All right, so, and again, up here in the top, I've kind of given you guys just some fun little things if you need, something kind of light to get you through the day. All right, so obviously reading for at least 15 minutes each day, so important. Oops, I will have this, hang on, I forgot to put it, click here for instructions. Instructions and pacing for the link, I will link that up here on the 20th, so you'll be able to get to this video here on the 20th, and I'll also have it linked in Google Classroom. So obviously each Monday you want to, and hopefully, especially for seniors, this is actually a really good indicator of how prepared you are for college. If you're able to get up and get a schedule going and get your assignments all planned out versus if you're just kind of slacking all day long. Okay, it's a really good indicator. So self-motivation is so very important in college. All right, so again, each Monday, the first thing you want to do is check in with all of your classes and get the assignments for the week, kind of get an understanding of what's expected. Hopefully now too, you have figured out if, like, working on, math on Mondays and maybe English on Tuesdays and whatever science you have on Wednesdays, that, your electives on Thursdays and then kind of chill on Friday. Or if you kind of like to mix it up throughout the week. Hopefully you've figured out now what works best for you. I know a lot of you have got some really messed up sleeping schedules right now, so we're going to talk about that maybe next week. We'll talk a little bit more about that. And that's so easy to happen, kind of like in summer vacation. But anyway, I digress. So again, the first thing you want to do is to check in with your classes. And again, I would encourage you to pop on with your teachers, even just to say hi, just acknowledge them. Kind of get your marching orders for the week, so to speak, understand what all is due for each class, and then that should also give you an idea of how much time you'll need to devote to each class. I've got 3 things for you this week, and again, I don't know if I mentioned last week or the week before or not, but our instructions are to give you guys 3 to 5 tasks each week with no more than 3 hours of work. Okay. Obviously, if it's an AP class or an on-ramps class, it's going to be a little bit different. But just for standard, you know, like standard classes, that's kind of where we're going. So I have 3 things for you this week. Well, 4 if you consider reading 15 minutes a day. So of course you're reading each day. Why wouldn't you be? And then I have an article about starting college this fall that it's kind of an interesting read, and it's something I've been seeing. I've seen several articles that kind of have this same theme to them. So there's and again, we'll go out to Google Classroom here in just a minute, and I'll show you where everything is. So there's an article, a suggestion for those of you who are starting college this fall. And again, the time management journal entries, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I do also have something called a post-pandemic vision board, which, again, just something kind of fun and light, you know, a little bit lighter to take care of or to do. And then on Friday, of course, after you finish your time management journal entry, you'll want to submit that for a grade. So we have the article, we have the post-pandemic vision board, and we have the time management journal entries. So, and there's actually something with those journal entries we need to talk about. All right, so here we are. Here's the article on starting college this fall, and it says linked on the attached document is an article titled "A 20-Year Professor on Starting College This Fall, Don't." After reading both the article and the comments at the end, respond to the attached questions. So there's some heated discussion in the comments that I thought were really interesting, and so there's something for you guys to do with that as well. And of course, just like always, when you open it, you each get a copy of the document, and there's just a few questions. Shouldn't take you too long to do that. But again, the comments at the end I thought were almost, well, as interesting, if not more interesting. They brought up some really good points. Your post-pandemic vision board. Follow the instructions on the first slide to create your post-pandemic vision board. You make it as artsy as you like or keep it black and white as it's currently presented. So again, click on this. The first slide has your instructions. So you're looking, identifying 4 things you look forward to once the self-isolation is lifted and the community opens back up. One things I'm looking forward to is going to lunch with friends and sitting on the patio. Yeah, being able to sit on the patio somewhere. That's like, you know, I'm looking forward to being able to go to choir rehearsal and to go to church. I'm looking forward to being able to take my dad to the hospital so he can get, you know, this heart valve replacement. So there's a lot of things I'm looking forward to. Anyway, so 4 things you look forward to once the self-isolation is lifted. And then what's one piece of advice that you've learned from this that you'll pass along to younger generations in the future? This could even be like thinking ahead to when you have your own kids and something like if they're, you know, sitting there going, I'm bored, what would you tell them? What's something you took for granted prior to self-isolation that you've begun to appreciate? And then what is something you've learned about yourself or about a family member during this time? And not just that my mom's, you know, more irritating than I realized she was. That's not what I'm talking about, okay? So something you've learned about yourself or a family member during this time, okay? Maybe something you learned is that, hey, I actually do pretty good kind of put my own schedule together. Or maybe you learned that you really do need that structure, okay? And those are very important things to learn. So that's the post-pandemic vision board. And then the time management reflection journal. I've really enjoyed reading these. Those of you who are taking them seriously and not just kind of throwing in flippant kind of stuff, I'm really enjoying reading these. Some of you have shared more than others, and know that they get read, and I mean, I appreciate it. You know, again, I'm here by myself, so this is kind of my outlet to the world, so to speak. Excuse me. So on the journal, and again, if you get stuck, because some of y'all, it's, you know, you write the same thing. I got up, I'm bored, you know, I had my normal breakfast and blah, blah, blah. Okay, there's tons of prompts up here, things to ponder. if you're not sure how to respond, okay? But you'll also know as you scroll down that the 17th is the last date that I kind of set up ahead of time. So all you'll need to do is put your cursor like at the end of, if you have writing in here, some words in there and whatnot, put your cursor at the end of it and you'll just hit the tab and it will create a new row. And then of course you'll put in the dates. And then you can even copy this and dump it down there, okay? So you'll need to create the new rows for this, all right? So don't just think that, oh, okay, so 17th, we're done. No, we're not done, okay? We're gonna continue to do some reflecting, all right? So make sure you add those rows to it before you start typing, okay? And again, there's plenty of prompts up here if you're not sure, you know, if you're just like, I don't even know what to write about, then keep up with some of this stuff up here. Especially, like I was saying, I know some of you, your sleep has gotten all messed up and you're just like you know, even like what day is it, or just trying to figure out how much time to devote, or things are taking longer. Use some of these prompts to help you reflect, all right? So that's all I have for you. Again, I've got the article with some questions. And the way I'm trying to do this, we have the journal each week. We have something that has kind of some substance to it. In this case, it's the article. We've had TED Talks the last couple of weeks. And then something that's a little lighter, okay? So in this case, the post-pandemic vision board, okay? Last week, we had the hashtag challenge and we had giving back to the community. So those were kind of your two other assignments. So that's all I got for you this week. So let me stop sharing. And again, I hope y'all are well, and I enjoy hearing from you. So yeah, that's it. All right. So happy reflecting and happy, what's the word I'm looking for? Can't think of it. I can't, the words aren't coming. I'm sorry. I've been working on the computer all afternoon and getting some work done and grading and whatnot, and I'm just kind of, the words are gone. So anyway, hope you're doing well, and I look forward to seeing y'all, to hearing from you. Looking forward to you guys checking in, and just have a great week.